Well, hey everybody. Welcome to the update preview stream. This is Bugs here. I'm joined today by Artemis and Miss D. Say hi, guys.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
So you may be over here looking at this and being like, wait, why is a website loaded up? Why are these guys not in game showing us what's going on the latest staging branch? Well, unfortunately, it appears the latest staging branch is not functional at the moment. Specifically, the client version and the server version are out of sync. And so every time we update the server, um, then we try to join with the client. It says server update required. And so basically, it looks like the devs need to release a new server update to the staging branch before anyone can join it. Because when we look, it's not only our server, our staging server that's not up, but no staging servers appear to be up at the moment. And poor timing because this is the one time a week where we hop on for about an hour and show you guys what's going on staging. But we can't do that when it's not working. So we're just going to show a little bit of rustafied.com and scroll through what's going on the article and talk about the Halloween update because unfortunately we can't really show it off. I have messaged Alistair to see if they're aware of an issue or if it's, and it is possible this is something just on our end, but we've been troubleshooting for a while now and we're pretty clear it's not something on our end. We're pretty clear just the current staging version of the game is borked. But nevertheless, we'll go through here what you can expect in the Halloween update and beyond. So, first and foremost, the Halloween update is not today. I apologize. I think last week I did speculate potentially the Halloween update would be today, but I went back to the dev blog and I scrolled down all the way to the bottom. And apparently I had missed this when I first scrolled through the dev blog, but the Halloween update will be coming on Monday, the 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern. So, another couple days, it will go live. It's going to be a mandatory client and server update. So if you are a server owner, you'll want to take note of the 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern, because if you don't update your server, no one who has updated their client will be able to join. The Halloween content looks like it'll go from the 23rd to the 2nd of November when we expect. Wait, it is the 2nd, right? Yeah, it is the 2nd. Okay, so 2 weeks from today. The 2nd is when the forced wipe and update will come, and that's when the Halloween update stuff will go away. So we've got just under 2 weeks of the Halloween content going on. Real quick to deal with what's going on with whips today, what's going on with server wipes. For Rustafied servers, it is the weekly and bi-weekly Thursday wipe servers, and they are wiping at regular time for the region, which is 3 p.m. local time for each region. That means that EU servers, EU main, mediums, trios, small, Baron, and Zen Labs all wiped 3 hours ago. And AU SEA, they wiped like 12, 13 hours ago. And then in 2 hours at 3 p.m. EST is when the US servers, US main, mediums, trio, small, Baron, and Zen Labs will wipe. Map wipe only, as we are mid-month. And the blueprints will wipe on November 2nd in 2 weeks, with the exception of not only our medium 3 servers, but also our long 3 servers are now no blueprint wipe unless forced, just as a heads up in case you missed that. Also, real quick, just want to say awesome job to everyone on Charitable Rust 2023. This occurred last weekend. We had events Saturday and Sunday. The skins have been on the item store for a week, and the Twitch drops have been going live for a week now as well. And I am so thrilled with how the event went, how everything went. We raised a ton of money for Charity Water. The exact figure is still unknown and will continue to be unknown for another couple weeks until the skin sales really finalize and the funds get dispersed down from Steam and Valve to Face Punch and us, and then we can put them in the Tiltify campaign. But it does look like we raised well over $150,000 for Charity Water, which is incredible. I think that number is going to be higher, but I do err on the side of caution when we're just guesstimating, because you don't want to guesstimate a number that's higher than what the actual number is going to be, right? You know how that goes. So Anyway, Charitable Rust 2023 was an awesome, huge success. A huge thank you to everyone who participated, who helped with the production, the other orgs who put on events. They were outstanding. The guys at Nexus and Oil Team did an incredible job. The guys at Rust Reborn, Rustaholics, they all did an incredible job too. We got a ton of ideas for next year and how we're going to improve and iterate on it, and all raised a ton of great funds for this amazing cause, Charity Water. Literally, we're going to be able to bring fresh water. Well, they're going to bring fresh water to a bunch of communities that don't have access to it now, and all through the generosity of the Rust community. So a huge thank you to everyone. Also, a huge shout out, as always, to FacePunch for helping us put this event on and supporting us with the event. Without their agreement and generosity to put the skins on the item store and do the Twitch drops and everything, we would not only wouldn't raise as much awareness and get as many eyes on the event, but we wouldn't raise a fraction of the funds that we raise, because the majority of the funds do come from the skin sales and the proceeds of those. And FacePunch is generous enough to donate their version or their portion of the proceeds to this amazing cause each year, along with supporting us and everything. So FacePunch, thank you so much. Alistair and Ern in particular have been working with us uh, for the past couple of months and for the past couple of years with this. And yeah, much love to you guys. And thank you so much for the support. The event could not be what it is without FacePunch's support. So that's Charitable Rust 2023. You can go to rustified.com, and there's the post from earlier in the week if you want to see more information about specifics. But that's Charitable Rust 2023. It's in the bag, baby. We're done with it. And it was a great success. So once again, thank you, everyone. So we've got a Halloween event coming up. The Halloween event is something that you've seen before if you've been around for Halloween time in Rust before. This has been running for a number of years, and it's iterated on each year, kind of. Now, this year, as I mentioned, it goes live Monday, October 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern. So normal update time, I think that's 7 p.m. BST, but I believe that's normal time on Monday. The update is going live. It is a mandatory client and server patch. So once again, if you are a server owner, you'll need to update and be on standby to run the update when this update hits. And if you're a player, you'll of course need to update your client as well. So what's coming in the update, the Halloween update? Well, for the second year running, we got these portal things. If you remember last year, these portals would randomly spawn around the map. And when you walk through a portal, you're teleported to like the small dungeon. It's basically a cave system. And these dungeons are like, there's like 15 variants or something like that. And there's scarecrow NPCs in there that you can kill. And then you can get loot and loot the scarecrow NPCs. And we have some example loot on the article, like 5 NPC scarecrows, 1 normal crate, 1 military crate, or there's sometimes 3 NPC scarecrows and like 2 military crates. You can see a couple different variations there, but basically there's some good loot in there, some military crates, some normal crates, some scarecrow loot. And these portals just kind of spawn randomly around the map. You can go in them, and then to exit them, you just go out the way you came. And those are the Halloween portals. Also, we got the Frankenstein pets are coming back. And the Frankenstein pets are, let's see, I'm getting a message. Uh, oh, it looks like staging might be fixed soon, but well, we're just doing this without being on the server this week. Sorry, guys. Staging just wasn't there this week, although we are updating the staging server. We'll see if maybe we can get on staging and show some of this off, but it looks like FacePunch did post another update to staging, and it looks like they're getting it resolved. And this happens sometimes. I mean, it's the staging branch, right? So things are going to happen. It's where they're pushing the most recent tests and all this stuff. So it's not always 100% ready to go, but we're updating the staging branch. We're going to see maybe we can join again. Anyway, onward and upward. Frankenstein pets are making a comeback. I think this is the third year they're going to be doing the Frankenstein pets for the Halloween event. Um, if you don't remember, basically there's 3 parts for each pet. There's like uh, the what is it? The
Was the
I'm
head, the
sorry.
torso, and the legs?
The head, the
No.
torso, and the legs, and then there's three different like weights too. There's the light, medium, and heavy. And thank you, Artemis. My brain just completely shut down and rebooted there for a
All
hot
good.
second. I'm still recovering a little bit from Charitable Rust. Man, does that take it out of you? But anyway, yeah, the Frankenstein pets. There's a couple different parts, and then there's the light, medium, and heavy. The heavy guys take more damage but move slower, and the parts are all interchangeable. So you can have like light legs, a medium torso, and a heavy head. And then basically with these pets, you can control them. You can tell them to idle. You can have them guard you, and it'll attack anything that attacks you. They can move to where you're looking. They can follow you. And really, this is interesting because it is kind of like it looks like the baseline of the pets system, where that's kind of in concept limbo now. Is worked on. There was the pets branch for a while, then the pets 2 branch. We did see a training collar be worked on. We saw 3 different breeds of dog be worked on for the whole pets thing. And I think this might be like a little preview and might be like the baseline of what the actual pet system will be in the game if it ever makes it into the game. Once again, it is kind of in concept limbo as we haven't seen it be worked on for a matter of months now. But it is speculated maybe when the pets come in, it will have a similar kind of functionality as the Frankenstein's monsters, at least when it comes to controlling the pet. I don't think you're going to have 3 parts of various pets and like one type of dog head and then another type of dog leg and put them together on a table like that, Frankenstein style. No, I don't think that will be the case. But anyway, this could be kind of a baseline of what the pets will be. But these basically are just the different parts of the Frankenstein pets are found on mummies and scarecrows around the map. That's another thing, if you remember with the Halloween update. In On top of the like blue scientists at the junk piles, you've got random mummies and scarecrows around the map. You kill them, and you get some other loot. In that loot, you'll find some parts of the Frankenstein monsters. And then basically, you can get a Frankenstein table. That's a default blueprint, if I remember correctly, and it's just 200 metal frags to craft it. You need a level 1 workbench, and then it doesn't require electricity. But once you have that table, you can then take 3 different parts of a Frankenstein monster, bring it together, and then you have kind of this Frankenstein monster that is kind of dumb, but it'll follow you around. It'll attack some things. It'll do some stuff. So that's the Frankenstein monster part of it. Now, also there is a new Dracula kind of costume coming this year. It is actually a 3-part costume. I missed one part of my article. I still have to add it in, but there's a Dracula mask, there's a Dracula cape, and there's also, it looks like a Dracula stake, which is a stake to drive through the heart of, I guess, other vampires you come across. I don't know. But the Dracula mask is pretty funky looking, kind of like a retro coke fiend Dracula. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Kind of a this bluish, kind of purplish face going on. It looks creepy, that's for damn sure. The Dracula mask is probably going to be available on the item store for purchase. Same thing with the Dracula cape. Not sure about the Dracula stake. Um, I just realized I completely screwed up the cape. I didn't even finish writing the fucking section. Sorry, guys. I'm like not 100% this week, and I totally goofed on it. I didn't even finish the section on the on the website on the cape. I'm sorry. I'm just realizing this now. I totally did like a yesterday. I did like, okay, Bugs, come back to this one. You'll remember to come back to this one and just fill this one in. Totally forgot to fill it in or come back to it. My bad. Anyway, whatever. It's Halloween. On top of the Dracula stuff, there are carvable pumpkins, it looks like, are going to be coming in. It looks like these will be found on the item store for purchase as well. And the cool thing with these is you can carve in them any design you want. So they're like jack o' lanterns in the game. It's pretty cool. Also, as I mentioned, there's the spooky scarecrows and mummies which wander around the plains of Rust. They wander around all over the place, and you can kill them. You can get various different loot. There's around 40 on the map, They have different weapons like a chainsaw, sickle, bean can, grenades they'll throw at you, or machete. And then they'll drop different loot like fuses, guitars, metal blades, pitchforks, corn, sickle, rope, SAR body, and even some F1 grenades on occasion. So that is the NPCs, the spooky NPCs roaming around. Also, what would a Halloween event be without some trick or treating? And that is exactly what you get here on the Rust Halloween event. There is look roughly every in-game day or every other in-game day. There's a trick or treat event, and you'll see trick or treat starts in 14 seconds. It counts down, and then there's Halloween candy spawning around each player. You race around and pick up as much as you can, and the top winners get prizes. The first prize is 3 medium loot bags of candy, and then the second prize is oh, that's first prize. Sorry, reading backwards. The first prize is 3 medium loot candy bags. Second prize is 1 medium loot candy bag, and the third prize is 1 small loot candy bag. Now, these loot bags may look familiar. They are similar to the like Christmas presents that we see at the Xmas event, where you can open the bags and get some sample loot. Or if you've got a small or a medium bag, you can combine 10 of them together and make a larger bag. So if you got 10 small loot bags, um, oh, it looks like staging is potentially working if we want to log in. But you know what? Let's just get through this. I think it's going to be a short one today. And it's just some Halloween stuff. We got the full summary on rustafied.com. But anyway, if you got 10 small loot bags, you can combine them to 1 medium loot bag. 10 medium loot bags, you can combine them to 1 large loot bag. And as you can imagine, the loot that you get out of the bags gets better as the bag gets upgraded. So large loot bags can get stuff like MP5 and ammo, M249, LR300, M39, various different things like that. So the quality of the loot goes significantly up as you get higher quality bags. You can't upgrade any bag past the large loot bag. So once you got one of those, you might as well just open it. And once again, you get these through participating in the trick or treating event. And you can just grab all the candy. Now, to help you grab the candy, uh, you want a couple things. There's the pumpkin bucket, and this is kind of like the Easter basket where when the Easter egg hunt, where you can grab the candy immediately if you got your bucket out, as opposed to having to click and hold for a second or two. Also, there's like candy vision. So the scarecrow wrap provides some extra candy vision so you can see the candy from farther away. So that combined with the pumpkin bucket could help you be the top trick or treater and get more loot bags. And the scarecrow wrap is found in small loot bags. So you can get that for the Halloween event, and then it can help you see that candy from farther away. Also, there are more pick-upable, yeah, there, we'll go with that, pick-upable resources around the map in the form of like tombstones. So you'll just find those around the map, and when you come up to them, you can just click them and get a quick couple resources like wood, stone, and ore pickups you normally have. On top of that, there's even bone pickups for the Halloween event. So you can go and just get bones real quick. And then there's some other development news going on as well. And we'll be back next week with everything else going on in development news and what you can expect in the November update. But they've fixed some team invite stuff. They've done some water camera fixes. They're doing some more work on the Frontier building skin. That's that building skin that's kind of going to be a throwback to the Legacy building tier. It looks like on top of that, they're bringing back even that small shit shack from Legacy. If you remember, you could craft like a kind of like outhouse shaped thing. That was like this baseline rudimentary building. It looks like maybe they're bringing that back too, along with the Frontier building skin. They continue the progress on the base decor DLC. So this looks like another DLC that this one will provide decorations for your sprucing up the inside of your base. There's more rail network link project progress. I'm sorry. And basically, that's where they're tying together the above ground and below ground rail networks. We saw some previews of that in previous weeks, but it's pretty straightforward. It's just like a rail entrance tunnel that then goes down to the below ground and vice versa. So if you got some work carts below ground, you can bring them above ground. If you got some trains above ground, you can bring them below ground. There's going to be a couple variants of these rail network links. It looks like one of them is going to be at the train monument, and then others will spawn randomly around the map. There's more work on Tutorial Island. There's more work on backpacks, which looks like it's going to allow you to carry more stuff around, like 25 more inventory items. It's going to work along the same lines as the parachute, like utilize the same inventory UI as the parachute and things like that. So we're seeing more work on that, and some player rig updates, some random crap like that. But basically, the November update is shaping up. Once again, we'll be back next week to give a full kind of overview of what you can expect in that November update. But in the meantime, we do have Halloween going live on Monday, and it'll be kind of that classic Halloween event stuff that you're used to if you've experienced other Rust Halloweens. And on top of that, there's going to be some new stuff like Dracula capes and Dracula masks and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's about it. I think it's going to be a short one today, but Misty, we got any questions real quick?
A little bit, just a few. Is there a reason why they don't put Halloween in today instead of Monday?
I'm not sure. It I'm not sure if there was something going on with the finishing up the Twitch drops and the other item store skins. Logic was. I do believe previous years it's gone live on a Thursday and it's run from like the second Thursday in the month to the first Thursday of the following month of November. That has been my experience previous years, I do believe. I'm not sure why it's different this year. That is why I kind of speculated and hypothesized earlier in the month that it would be going live today. But as they put on the dev blog, and I missed the first time, it looks like they're just going live on Monday for some reason this time and running a little bit shorter.
This is not a question, but it looks like Alistair soft released Observer Island about an hour ago. Did you all see that?
No, we were trying to just get stuff running um,
Staging?
on staging, but I do see on the tweet now, Observer Island is a completely unique custom app hosted on Facepunch official servers. Uh, Observer Island can be found on the official server list. So it's a soft release focusing on player feedback, bug fixing, and polishing. A hard release will be early next month as with servers being hosted in more regions. So that is the Observer Island. So that's interesting. They're working on some officially supported custom maps again. Now I wonder uh, if this is going to be a new type of custom map. The other year they had talked when they were phasing down um, Savis the first time, I believe, and also phasing out Happus. They had talked about like kind of a new type of map that the topology isn't proc gen, but then the stuff on top of it kind of is. And so as they add and make changes to proc gen and make changes to overall proc gen maps, the custom maps would sort of be updated as well. I wonder if this is a kind of test of a new type of that map or if this is just some random custom map. A good spot on that Observer Island is apparently live. Um, and it looks like it's going to be kind of a officially supported custom map, which is really cool. I love seeing the custom map stuff be built out more and come more to fruition. So shout out to Collapsed Orange and Wheatley MF for helping Facepunch put that map together.
I think that's it, Bugs.
Cool. Well, that's fine by me. I'm happy taking a little shorter one this week. I do apologize for not being on the staging branch like we normally are. If you're just tuning in, that's because the staging branch was a little borked and the client and the server were not synced up. So we couldn't join as far as the start of this stream was concerned. It does look like that's probably been fixed now. So if you do want to join staging, you should be able to now at this point. But we're not going to bother because we're just going to call it a kind of shorter one. We're still recovering from charitable rust and all that good stuff. So we will be back next week. But once again, the Halloween update is expected to go live Monday, the 24th. So in a couple days at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. BST. It is a mandatory client and server update. So if you run a server, make sure you're around and ready to update it. A huge shout out once again to everyone who participated in Charitable Rust 2023. It was an awesome success. Check out my article on rustafied.com from earlier in the week for more information on that. And rustafied.com does have a full summary of everything going on in the Halloween event. I will update that as we get closer to the event if more things are added because we are still a couple days out. And it looks like there was still some work being done on staging towards this Halloween event. So do check back Monday on rustified.com for any changes that might have come up. I will make sure to update the article accordingly. But yeah, let's just call it a short one for today. A huge thank you to everyone for tuning in. A huge thank you to everyone who supports us because just a reminder, a lot of people think we're either developers of the game or we're on the Face Punch payroll, and neither of those are correct. We are just an independent organization who loves reporting on development news and running the best servers that we possibly can. And the only way we can do that is through the support of the community. So everyone who tunes in and watches, to people who give bits and subscribe on Twitch, and to our wonderful, beautiful, loyal VIP customers, thank you all so much for the support because we literally would not be able to do this without that support. So thank you. Much love to you all. Short one today. Thank you for your understanding. A huge thank you to my co-MCs as always, Artemis and Miss D. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome as always. See you next week.
Yep, you're welcome, Bugs. See you next week.
And yeah, and with that, we'll wind this puppy down. I hope you all have a wonderful week and a wonderful wipe. This is Bugs signing off.